Markus Leberecht here from Intel Corporation, Cloud and Data Center Architect. I'd like to give you a bit of an impression about cloud storage today. Cloud storage, when we talk about that, usually means scale-out storage, object storage or the like, versus classical scale-up storage that we know from the past in the data center when you think of anything behind a storage area network. So, one particular trend we see as Intel in this domain is the fact that through Moore's law, processors have actually become a lot quicker, more powerful than capacity and performance of drives has grown. So therefore, you see a trend that you can, relatively spoken, put more processing into storage, and that's what's currently being done in a lot of the implementations. For cloud and scale-out storage, one particular example would be where you can use this additional processing power, the reduction of raw capacity being used. One example here is classical object storage uses, for instance, triple replication. So for every petabyte of data net, you have to use 3 petabytes of raw data, which is a lot more than the usual rate. So therefore, if you want to optimize on that, you can, for instance, use techniques like erasure coding, which do use the processor and consume a lot more processing power in the process, but drastically reduce the raw amount of disks and therefore capex being used and required. So, but also in the scale-up storage, in the classical one, this processing power is being used more and more. For instance, for technologies like deduplication or thin provisioning, where the additional processing power makes it really and easily possible to use these efficiency techniques in terms of capacity. Overall, if we look at the way the storage infrastructures and the ecosystem are developing, we see a differentiation for various tiers of storage being used right now. You optimize parts of your storage infrastructure for various key metrics. One example would be a mass storage for long-term data optimized according to dollars per terabyte, whereas, for instance, the high-speed tier would be optimized according to a metric, for example, like IOPS per terabyte. So, in all of these cases, you can use the standard high-volume server as the workhorse for this environment, and therefore use technologies such as 10 gigabit networking in a unified networking setup, or SSDs for caching to optimize the performance of each of these layers.